Welcome to Was West Coast Podcast with our podcast Was West Coast Podcast, and today I'm going to invite my guest star. Please welcome Bu Tatu.
Yay!
Yay! Bu Tatu, how are you today?
I'm great.
And are you busy now?
Not too bad, but it's raining.
Okay, Bu Tatu, the first one I'm going to invite you that about Was West Coast Podcast. It is created by Universitas Jabodetabek Bitung. It is one of platform for our students in exploring the ability in English, but sometimes they have the platform for improving their skill in English itself. So I'm going to invite you for today about sharing, automatically about English. So for the first question, please tell to our viewers, what are you and who are you?
Me? Okay. Thank you for the invitation, Pauban.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Tatu Zakiyatunufus. I'm one of the lecturers also, the lecturers for English, because the English is my major. So, right now, I also become one of the English teachers in one senior high school. So, it's my pleasure to be here to tell the invitations of Pauban. So it's such a great platform. When I got the invitations, I say, wow, it's great. So maybe one day I just follow these platforms to be used in my faculty and also to be used in my school.
Yeah, I mean. Okay, Bu Tatu, the main question in our on our podcast is, please can you tell to our viewers or our watchers about how to learn English?
Oh, yeah. How to learn English? Actually, this is such a simple question, Pauban.
Yeah.
But it's a difficult thing to do because this need consistency. Learning English is such how we can knowing the culture, and then we also like to use this kinds of the languages, and then we can make it in our daily practice. So learning English is not such a difficult thing, but we can make it such an easy way. Maybe we can make it in our daily conversations. Maybe we just can learn English by listening to the music, or maybe just watching the movie.
Yeah.
So this is the first thing, or maybe the simple way that we can learn English.
As you statement before about how to learn English, the first one is the consistency, and then we should practice in the daily activity, and then don't forget for watch and listen to the music or the movie. But automatically, what about as we know that in English there are 4 elements of English itself. The first one is the listening, second one is the listening, and second one is the reading, and then the third one is the writing, and then the last one is the speaking. As you stated before about listen and watch the movie, it's more focused about the listening and what's it? Listening and speaking. What about reading and writing itself?
Listening and speaking, we can make it in our such a listening to the music or maybe watching the movie. But for the reading itself and the writing itself, we can make it in daily practice. Such as maybe if you like to write something and you daily, or maybe you just make it in your WhatsApp, or maybe you just make it in your blog, so you can improve your ability of writing also. So when you write something, it's mean you also encourage yourself to how you can make a proofreading on your own reading.
Yeah.
And then, so I guess right now we have not only to separate one element or maybe one language skill should be learned, but we can make it integrate.
Yeah.
We can integrate all skills to be one.
Yeah.
Yeah. For instance, we can make, for example, when we watch the movie at that time, we can also practice our speaking and
Yeah.
also our listening. But
Yeah.
when we make such in how we can summarize or maybe how we can rewrite what's the dialogue about, so we can also improve our writing. And at that time, so we can also encourage ourselves to read more about what we have written before, and
Yeah.
then we can do with some of the literatures, and then we can, we can get all skills in one note.
Okay. By the way, if we concern to the four element itself, yeah, it is very complicated about the fourth element itself, as it is the main elements of the English itself. But sometimes, if you want to learn, or if you want to learn all the aspects of English, for example, the listening, speaking, reading, and writing itself is very amazing. But unfortunately, we should know that our weakness, our habit in the daily activity. But the most important thing is the automatically we should have the motivation and intention.
Yeah.
The mind question again, only for saying it's very easy, but sometimes to do it in the implementation in the real life is very hard. My question is how to stimulate our motivation and our intention to learn English, or to stimulate our motivation or the intention in English.
Okay, so I think it's a good question, Paul. So, is it depend on your experience?
Okay.
Yeah, talking about the motivation, talking about intention means we just have love itself.
Yeah.
For example, if we want to know more about English, means you just love how English is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so starting from this love, it will give you motivations to learn about English.
Yeah.
So if you don't like English, so whatever how good your facility, or maybe how well your environment, it will not motivate you.
Yeah.
So I think the first thing that we have to do is how we can, maybe we just make our love, or maybe we like with the English. We like with, probably I like the way Paul Bai teach, and then I like Paul Bai. It's mean I will force myself to like English too, because Paul Bai is an English lecturer, for example. And then it will give our motivations. And the second way, maybe we can reimagine about how important English is. For example, if I have English ability and I get much things that I have, so this will give you a great motivation. So maybe from these questions, I just make the highlight. You can do with your love, and then it will stimulate your motivation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Automatically.
So maybe this is your experience also, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then if I underline to word itself, for example, love and like. Love and like, sometimes Bu Tatu, if we ask to our students in the classroom, do you love English? Do you like English? They answers the question like, yeah, I like, only love. But there is no practice in the daily activity. What do you think about it?
Yeah. Sometimes the problem that we get with our students is about how they worry with making mistake.
Yeah.
They worry to make a mistake. For example, when I say, for example, open, and then how they can say open, for example. So they worry to make mistakes. And they worry how the people bully with this pronunciation. So at this time, when we ask students to practice, just let them to make the mistake, for example. Let them to make their own pronunciations, because I think that the English is the way, the English is the tool. This is not how we can make the similarity. And then maybe our dialect is different, right? Because Indonesia has many cultures, so it will affect the dialect of the students. So no worry, just invite your students to speak up, and then give them the space to improve their speaking. And I think it will improve their ability in speaking, and they will be eager.
Yeah, so, yeah. As you stated in the example, or for instance, like open air oven.
Okay.
Open, buka, and oven, sering. Is a very there is the similarity of the pronunciation, but the meanings is so different each other. And then back to the fear factor is a very ghost of factor for the students itself. Sometimes bullying, in Indonesia, I'm going to translate in Indonesia, kesalahan dalam pengucapan itu sometimes sok bule, sok Inggris, baru makan roti. Okay, can you tell to the viewers the trick how to delete our fear factors in overcome or in covered the problems of it?
Okay. Maybe for the language learners or maybe the language users, one thing that we have to remember that the language is an arbitrary.
Yeah.
So everything that is utters from you, you just say it. Whatever it said.
Yeah. If I cut your point, enough.
Yeah. So I mean, maybe it will aware for everything that the language we can use everywhere, maybe everywhere, and maybe however we can use it. But the most important one is we just minimize, we just reduce our worry. We just be confident. Be confident on what we want to say. Okay, and then no worry to make any mistake. Okay. So it's based on ourselves. Just be confident. This is what I guess.
Okay, Bu Tatu, can you open your handphone? I'm going to know the times of it. Okay. Again, about bullying or the pronunciation. Automatically back to your statement. Arbitrary, but the most important thing we can understand each other, right? It is the language. But sometimes, what do you think about, sometimes in English there are the formal style, not formal style, it's like of the informal style. For example, zaman sekarang generasi Z itu, do like slang styles,
like which is
literally, and many others. Sometimes, awas, for example, catch out or watch out, or many others. Okay. Should the students or should the newcomer in English learn slang style or not?
Okay. This is what I get is Jaksa language.
Translate.
So this is our point.
We can appear our focus of our thumb in the journal translate.
So we can invite another readers.
Bahasa campur-campur.
So we can say with gado-gado like
gado-gado.
So the Jaksa language is very famous right now. So how the games that they can utter, for example, jujurly, literally, witches. So I think, maybe for the communications between them, it's going to be fine.
Okay.
It's going to be fine because when we make an interaction, we do not focus on how the formal language is. But we can use the communication language. For example, if we focus on the formal, only for the formal, without knowing how it's informal, so I guess we will not understand each other, right?
Maybe we can stuck to the one places. We don't know the it's like of the developments of the English first, right?
So for the language users or maybe for all students, if you wanna say something or maybe this is not in a formal situation. Again, maybe we can make a highlight when we use the formal language and when we use the informal language. Maybe when you meet with your lecturers or maybe with your teachers, you can use with the formal language.
Okay.
But when you meet with your friends or maybe with just your mate, just say it communicatively. So you can use wishes or maybe jujurly. Jujurly, I'm hungry.
Okay, Bu Tatu, for the last question. So again, I'm going to repeat again my questions too. So the most important thing, especially for our newcomer in English, sometimes, for example, they have the problems. Oh, I'm going to learn English, but I don't know the trick or the steps or the ways in learning English. Okay, can you make it of the conclusion for the newcomer in English how to learn English?
Okay. For the trick or maybe the strategy for the newcomers or maybe for the new language users,
Yeah.
the first one, be confident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Be confident when you want to say something. Yeah, don't worry to make a mistake. Don't worry to make such maybe an error, because the languages is not how we can know the mistakes or not. Because the first things that we have to do with the language is our understanding. When I understand your speaking, so you understand my speaking, so that's the functions of communications, right?
Yeah.
So that's the functions of the language. So maybe the first point is how you have the high confidence, and then the second one, you can make a good practice.
Yeah.
The practice here you can do it with your friends or maybe with your environments or maybe with your family.
Yeah.
And then enrich your days with anything that support your hobby.
Yeah.
For example, just fine watching the movie or maybe watching the movie, and then you can just switch your chat
Yeah.
with your friend. Just say hi, hello, or maybe just say it with English.
Yeah, we can translate into English, right?
So it's just a simple thing.
So there are two tricks.
Three.
Three.
Uh-huh.
Okay. The first one is
Confidence.
be confident. Second one is
Practice.
practice. The last one is
What is it? Enrich your day with your hobby.
reach your
Day with
your
your
day
hobby.
with your hobby, but in English
In English
automatically.
also, automatically.
Okay, maybe our viewers, our time is over. Thank you for Bu Tatu as the deep talk, about English. So our viewers, we can continue for the another classes. So thank you. Please don't forget for learn English and bye bye.
Bye bye.